takes discipline. That's like the kind of discipline to sit down.
And not being stimulated.
Yeah, there it is.
Now, because imagine
that's
what
the
world
mucusless
would be
diet.
Like.
That's the
How
mucusless
calm
diet.
everybody is. Because people think like they'll watch our videos and they'll think that we're high. Like, no, we're fasting and we're calm. We're not stimulated. We're not, hey guys.
Or we're stimulated, we're stimulated and excited about the information that we possess about. We don't need to get high. We don't need to get drunk to feel happy about who we are, why we are, where we are, what we've done. You see what I'm saying? We don't need to be drinking and doing it. We don't need the sex thing. We don't, all of that. That whole world is a whole nother thing. And so that's why we always talk about the scrapping of America. There ain't no fixing this place. This is over. Ancient Rome, ancient Greece, ancient America. That's what it's gonna be in a minute. This is done. So
it ain't even gonna make it 1,000 years, because at least Rome did 1,000.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna make that.
It's pretty much done. And so what me and Professor talked about is, I have a son. Is having children, trying to point them in the direction, and being clear to them, like, this world is on its way out. Start preparing for whatever it is.
Let's create something together. The founding fathers and mothers of the next
thing,
human reality.
Right. That's because this can't go on just being this nasty.
Right.
You don't become a country and then drop a bomb on Japan and still call yourself a country.
And call you a moral.
Yeah. You're the moral compass of the world. I mean, this is so backwards. So, when you start detaching, and the first thing that you detach is the diet. The diet opens the door, because you're not stimulated no more on all that. So if you eat cherries and collard greens,
the whole thing.
You're calm. Right. You're just being calm, man. Just
a lot of people can. And Tony's starting to go through this, where it's remarkable. You can't really prepare for how much you're going to change, and some people don't necessarily change vision like the way I changed like that, but but internally.
Yes.
And your personality, things that you like, that you used to like, and a lot of people get scared of that because it's literally the death of your old self in a rebirth.
Yeah.
Of
But
the new thing.
that's key that you just said that, is when you hear the Christians talk about born again. This is born again, not that.
Right.
This is the real born again, like for real, like going through that.
Because a lot of them are still kind of into the same things, even though they're born again. And still,
they're into the. But what we're saying, you're literally changing the fabric of your.
You're reconstructing your blood.
Right.
You're changing your whole blood over. Now your blood is something else. I mean, when I go through the kind of fasting that I do, and if at the end of a year or 9 months or 10 months, however, if they take some blood from me, they'll say something's wrong with me. They'll be talking about putting me in the hospital.
Okay.
Because they're not going to look in that blood and see what they want to see. It's not because it's not.
It's based on pus and mucus eaters and and that kind of thing, and so it's a whole. That whole thing would have to be, like we say, scrapped and
So they're not used to seeing that blood, and so it's about what they're not seeing. That's where the red light would go up with them. They'd be like, damn, what? We're not, And, they would talk about putting me in the hospital.
Okay.
But I done did, years and years of it, without running to them, say, hey, take my blood, check me out, I'm here, So,
and the main reason, like Brother always says, you know, we talk about our experiences. So, you know, I tend to, when I'm talking to people that's just, you know, kind of getting into this information and stuff, I will, you know, I don't talk about the long-term fasting as much because there are some people, they want to do, they can't connect. Like they see Brother Air talk and they can't connect. He did a long fast, yet he's worked on it for 30 years.
Okay.
There's a detachment there, so all they hear about is the long fast, and they want to do that tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so I gotta rein people back. Like, all right, do a 24-hour fast.
Right.
Do a 32-hour fast.
You have to talk them down, you know.
Well,
Gotta talk them.
Have to be where you are.
Well, I mean, because people, like you said, they see what they and hear what they want to hear, and so they get inspired. And that's a beautiful thing, to be able to inspire folks on any level. But the thing is that they get so inspired, they could be neck bones and mashed potatoes. The next day they wake up just eating fruit. Like they're inspired. They're eating fruit the next day. Eating fruit the next day.
Yeah.
Eating fruit the next day. Might go on for a week and a half, then all of a sudden balls and pus start, their bodies start pussing out, and now they feeling terrible, and they wonder what happened. And basically they're just drowning in their mucus.